are the Farmer family, and we have been missionaries for most of our lives.
We've been on some pretty epic adventures, and we figured it was about time to take you along. So many of you may not be sure what missionaries do when they come home on furlough, when they come from the country that they're serving and have a break in their home or sending country. What is it that we do when we're here? You know, sometimes people don't really know, or they have a lot of misconceptions about what missionaries do while they're here. Another big part of furlough is doctors and dentist visits. We do see the doctor and dentist in Mexico occasionally, but anything important or any major work needs to be done in the States, and so usually we're pretty jam-packed to get, you know, whichever kids need the attention, or Jason and I, and also having all of the doctors and dentist appointments kind of crammed into a short period of time financially can be a lot as well, because we're also paying for rent at our house down in Mexico and all of our traveling expenses to all our different churches, and doctors and dentist appointments, and all that can add up. And also we do a lot of supply buying while we're up here. I usually have quite a long list of clothes and school books and supplies that we need to get here, and a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff, Christmas presents, birthday presents. We usually buy all of that here in the States and take down with us. So, you know, to have all of our spending and purchasing within a short amount of time can get to add up to be a lot.
Yeah, it takes us several months to recover from furlough when we get back, because financially at least. So yeah, it can be a very expensive time for us, as well as, you know, I'm throwing on my aviation medicals and things. Every year I have to get an aviation medical. So, you know, we try to schedule all those things, and so.
Right, yeah, and we also try and schedule a little bit of relaxed time, which is actually really hard to do with our schedule being so full of visiting people and doctor's appointments. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to take a couple days and head up in the mountains with our camper and actually do some camping and just get away from everything and everybody and technology, and just relax and do some fishing and kayaking, and yeah,
it's funny, at the end of our furlough, when we get back to Mexico, normally we feel like we need another furlough just to relax and be able to catch up, so that we're ready to serve for another season.
And do you see the lake behind me? That is the big lake.
McDonald Lake.
McDonald Lake. Alright, here's my mom.
Alright, go have fun.
Bye bye! I gotta go in the lake! McDonald Lake!
Well, we're traveling around speaking at churches, but we have a few days off usually between driving to different churches, and so we'd like to plan something fun. So on this trip, we kind of came close to Glacier, so we decided to take advantage of coming and doing some sightseeing at Glacier National Park, which is good. We've absolutely loved it. We're so glad we took advantage of that opportunity. And we've been able to do so many different activities in just a few short days. Swimming and paddleboarding on Lake McDonald is probably one of our favorites. After we go and do some of the hiking in the morning, we come down to the lake and cool off. We've driven over the road to the sun a few times, and those views were spectacular. I highly recommend coming and visiting this national park if you have not had the chance to do that yet.
Let's go paddleboarding with Micah. Do you go paddleboarding here?
Alright, Mom, we're leaving.
It's in Glacier. You have to come here and in Glacier, but it takes a little while to get here. Look at them! They're doing it!
Oh, Micah!
We saw that deer that just walked through here, so we were paddling over to the deer. It was just around that corner, Lois. And then the deer just ran off, like coming this way up towards the road, and then a bear. He was probably about like that tall.
Like a baby one?
It wasn't a bear. I would say it was about a juvenile.
Okay.
It was grizzly bear colors, but and he came running like out of the trees, like right here.
Running?
Probably, like within
Really?
20 feet of them. And then he kept hiking up, walking through the woods. And then he came down, right down to that log right there. Came out and he stood on that log. And then he kept going and he walked by the edge of the water. And then he just went up and crossed the road.
Awesome. There's just the one.
There's just one.
Cool. I saw him for just a minute, a little bit on the
Yeah,
coaster.
it was so awesome. I saw him for a good minute.
Yeah, you guys were just like following along in the water.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Finding any bears?
No,
I had a question. So if the snow doesn't melt year round, is that considered a glacier or what?
Yeah, good question. So you do need snow that persists throughout the entire year, but then it will compact down into ice. And once that ice is really dense and has less than 20% air, that's considered glacial ice. But
Okay,
then it also needs to be moving at least 25 acres in size to be considered a glacier.
25 acres in size. Okay.
So we still have patches of glacial ice in the park. We just
Okay.
can't. We just can't consider it to be a glacier.
Oh, there's
'cause it's
people
not large enough.
far up there.
Okay, so there is no actual glaciers.
Not anymore
Here.
here. There used to be one at the base of Clemens Mountain right there.
Okay.
And all these
Holy
kind of bridges
cow,
of
there's a
gravel that you
bunch of
see,
them.
that was the previous farthest extent of the glacier before it was
Okay.
and then look at the
Yeah,
banana.
so these are all just snow fields. Some of them do persist throughout the entire year.
Okay. Okay.
Someone was saying there was a bear sighting?
Yeah, so we just closed down this trail because there was a mom grizzly and 2 cubs on the trail.
Ah,
And there were about 100 people within, this space.
oh,
So,
and that. Where
Not
can
great.
you see the
Should we
grizzly?
go?
I think you're too cute.
Ah,
Mom, you're going too slow.
Micah.
we made it to the top.
Hey, yay!
Yay!
You did it, Kate. Give me 5.
This is Lunch Creek.
And what do we do at Lunch Creek?
Eat here.
We eat a lunch.
Yeah.
think, Kate?
Scary.
What's scary?
This floor.
A big cliff?
Yeah.
You look really hot to me. I thought maybe you needed a bath.
No!
I should have got you a bar of soap.
Dad, I go with my window up now. Oh, did you get wet?
Yes, I got wet too. My one leg got pretty soaked.
I didn't get wet.
I didn't get wet.
I got wet. But my chair is wet. Haha.
The water cold?
A little bit. It's probably in the 70s.
Oh, isn't too bad.
Coming to my ice cave.
It's so cold in here.
Oh, it feels awesome.
How far back does it go?
What, you want a picture of the kids?
So we have just gotten back from the store. I took some of the kids there to get last minute jeans and shoes and stuff that we needed before we return to Mexico. And so now this afternoon I'm going to work on packing up some of our bags. I'm hoping everything will fit. We're flying commercially down this time, which we normally don't do, so that will be something different for us. We also will be traveling with our little Yorkie, Nacho. And so we haven't flown commercially with him before either. And so we're trying to figure out what paperwork he needs. I think he needs a special dog carrier that we need to get for him and get him all set up. So we've had our camper parked at so many different places this summer. Right now we're parked at Jason's parents' house as we finish up all our final preparations for getting ready to return to Mexico.
Your hair's messed up.